Hi, good morning, everyone, and good afternoon, good evening, or wherever you are watching this session. So I'm Shantabhav Pandian. I'm working as a director data and AI role on software consulting services UK. Um, so I must thanks to the Festive Tech 2024 for this great opportunity for me. So I must say the grateful thanks to the team, those who are organizing this one. So the topic is the influence of the generative AI in festival season and for prediction for the retail industry. That's very important thing, right? So let's quickly jump into that slides one by one. Right. So look at here. Why the festival season matters for the retailers? Of course, definitely, because the retailer want to understand the significant portion of the annual sales. That's very important thing, isn't it? So they want to understand how all these things are working together. That's a very important point. So in these aspects, there is a challenges as well because predicting the customer demand and managing the inventory and launching the timing campaign, that's very very important for the retailers. And the traditional forecasting methods is often fall short in handling the complex seasonal variations because even though we have a SMEs at sitting at the manufacturing industries for customer perspective, so they want to understand like what is the customer demand and what customers looking, all the aspects they have to manually return the data, like could be like a recorded data in database, or like it could be in Excel sheet, whatever it is. So by using that, actually they will go and read that document and they want to understand and digest, and they'll use to build some nice visualization, the how retail sales growth for the previous years, how they can plan for the upcoming year things, the festival season, like the Christmas, um, New Year, and other celebrations for different religions like Ramazan and Diwali, or any other festivals. So they want to understand like how they want to make sure that the product is make available, and what kind of the specific the product the customers they're looking for, and in an enhanced way. That's a very important thing. So these festival season come into the picture. They need to they want to like make sure the plan for the upcoming festivals. It could be chances for like predicting more than 1 year or 6 months or like 3 months kind of stuff. The different way they used to analyze the data and then go for the prediction, like what kind of the what kind of products the customer really interesting. That's a very important thing. So this is a very important thing, but we have a data, what we can do, how we can utilize that using generative AI. That is the main scope of this the whole session today. Coming to the generative AI. The generative AI is a buzzword. This is not a future. It's just started. It's already. We have the people are working on that. People are building a lot of products using the AI and specifically generative AI products. So it is a most powerful technology than the data science, the machine learning, deep learning. What are the things actually it has been done in earlier? Now we have amazing features which is available in a fraction of a second. We can get it. Of course, there is a lot of other challenges and other things are that we'll discuss that in later. So generative AI is referred to the model is a capable of creating a new data similar to the input they have been trained. It could be a text or image or patterns. We can create a patterns or we can create images, whatever things. So the image here, the picture I've given here, it's going to be training data. It could be a text, audio, image, video, whatever it could be. So we have a bunch of the models, and nowadays actually we have where the people used to call LLM, right? Large language model. Using that, and on top of that, all different algorithms are there, and we have other components are there. So using that, they can generate the text or audio or video or any creating image. So based on the requirement. So that is the main core and main success of the specific, the secret of this generative AI technology. So converting, giving a text and creating a image, and giving the image and digesting the what is available in that image, and creating audio or video, or understanding the what is the content in the audio. Everything will be clearly like extracted the input, and what are the format we need, we can make it that way. That is a powerful of generative AI. How this helps my predictive, my forecasting, my sales benefits. So how can relate the customers to plan for my specifically festival season manufacturing products. That's why we are here now. And then at one more step, you go ahead and we can say that the generative AI scope. The generative has a vast scope across the industries, enabling the creating a new content that I mentioned earlier. It's a kind of not only for retail, that is going to be across. Across means it could be like any industry, healthcare, and retail, manufacturing, entertainment, education, healthcare, pharma industry. The list is big, very big. So we we definitely like we couldn't bound with that, because actually the given timeline I can cover the festival for specifically for retail customers, how we can enable this the simplest way. That is the one thing. So we just go back and understand the history of generative AI, which is started 1940s, 50s, and 60s. If you say that the numbers, probably you may like jump out of the window, because it's like a more than what I say. It's going to be here the 24, and that is like a 40, almost like 80 years back. Yeah, of course, because by the time the technology is like growing, and I would say specifically 1970s and 80s and all, the visibility of the specific things like a CNN RNN model in deep learning started evolving. But the clear picture come out into the things actually during the 2010. And you know the story after that, 2015 and 2018 and all, once the chat gpt come into the picture in the recent years. So we know we everybody they'll try to utilizing the generative AI in terms of by using the tool which is called chat gpt, right? And we have so many tools and Gemini, and then like Meta from Facebook. There are so many tools and technologies are coming up, and the people are building their own tool using the different technology, so based on their the requirement. So this is a basic history, and you have a bullet points like what are the things happen to that. Here I want to highlight one main thing during um, during actually the chess champion, right? Uh, During that there was the computer playing with the world chess champion, and it won that the game. By the time it was like a surprising message for us, because we are new to that the computer, but we don't know how this is playing with the human being. That's really very important thing, and it beats the Gary Kasparov, the champion, world champion, chess champion. It defeats him. So by the time it was surprising, but the behind the screen there was the AI and Gen AI kind of stuff. So because it's try to understanding what is there and how to play around with that. That is the main thing. Okay. Coming to that retail aspects, like so you may if you're asking me like what is the use case of generative AI in the retail, it could be a demand forecasting, personalized marketing campaign, and scenario simulations, and then product recommendations. So demand forecasting is a very important thing, because they want to understand the historical data. The last 4 5 years, actually, customer they're looking, and they are utilized. They purchased these kind of items. Then they feed given a feedback, and then they evaluated. They give you a review on the online how it was. So by using that, we can understand what are the product we can like go for manufacturing more, and what needs to be like changed, or what needs to be like we need to reduce the overstock, and we need to understand the stock outlet risk. That's very important. We can do that. And personalized marketing campaign, so it can be a promotional content for the individual customers based on their preferences, auto email sending them, creating that based on the taste, so we can send out them like customized marketing campaigns and also is very important. We can do that so that the customer, definitely the customer coming back and started to purchasing the items, the products. And scenario simulations, so certainly if you're building something like a simulation point of view, we can understand how it works. It's a kind of like a twin, right? It's a kind of twins. So we can build that twins technology by simulating that how it will be work out. If it is working fine, then we can go ahead and apply on that. And production recommendation, yes, of course, by using a demand forecasting, then we can give the recommendation for product recommendation, saying that this is a specific thing. Actually, the last year we have come up with this specific product, and this year we have enhanced this a lot of the features, so that you can go and buy that. We are giving an offer for Christmas, a Boxing Day, and or it's like a Thanksgiving days, whatever the things, so we can go ahead for market. That's a very, very important thing. So nowadays, actually, uh, the purchasing, it's like a completely digitalized. Good. So benefits of generative AI in festival retail things is a very important. Increased the accuracy of prediction, better inventory management, and enhance the customer engagement and personalization. That's very important. And the cost saving through the reducing inch efficiency. That's a very important. So if you look at this picture, they're finding the forecast attainment, right, and the deals slippage. So that needs to be analyzed, and the they have to find out, like for them they're coming up with some the deals that's supposed to be on time, so that we can predict the forecasting, and then we can adjust the prices. At the same time, we can grab the market, and we can sell out a lot of products. That is also very important thing. With respect to the inventory management process, very, very important, because actually if I'm product my production plant would be like away from the city, then I want to distribute the specific product across the city or nearby city and all. Certainly I want to understand like how fast I can deliver that, and how fast like the getting the product and started manufacturing. And there are so many stages in that, like goods and delivery, goods reviewed and sorted, and so started and sorted in inside the inventory. And we can make that a stock order and place. And because actually suddenly we got the thousand orders, so we have to accommodate that order in our inventory system, and manufacturing the production of the specific the product. That everything needs to be, we can understand and analyze using the generative AI very faster way than the other technology. That's a very important thing. Challenges in solutions. See, whatever the good thing or any new technology comes up in society, I mean in even for the domain, so there could be some challenges also there, right? Pitfalls, because this specific the technology required the data, because by using the data only they are going to predict, they are going to analyze, they're going to market assessment, everything they're doing with that the historical data. So the data should be quality data. Otherwise, that's going to be like a mess, because if the data is not quality, the predictions could be like definitely like we couldn't find the proper appropriate the predicting forecasting technique. We pro forecasting things, we cannot do that, and we cannot make sure like how much sales we can make. All the things will be get messed up. So the data quality is very, very important. And same time, the interpretability of the complex models, maybe lack of transparency, because if you're using something like a um, explainable AI, that's going to be like how we have arrived. For example, if you're making something a forecast that's going to be unrealistic, what we can do, we have to make the explainable AI is a kind of like a reverse engineering. Then we want to put the engine back, and then like find out like how we have arrived, whether these steps are correct or not, so that we can extract the data and comparing with that. This is how we have to generate it. That's very important thing. So the explainable AI for interpretability for the complex model, with respect to we have to give the justification to the customer, saying that how we have arrived. So that really very challenging. So by using this kind of the explainable AI, we can do it very precisely. And integration cost, yes, of course, is a cost wise, like it's really very cost consumption. But by using the AI based solution platform, which is available across, it could be Azure or AWS or GCP or any other like a third party that provider, cloud providers are available. But with the help of them, definitely we can do that because they have high speed computational equipments. I mean, the power like the components in their the cloud. By using that, we enabling all the services. That's very important thing. So framework. So all we discussed, like the challenges, how we can implement the generative AI for the specific thing. The framework perspective is going to be very important. We need the data and we need the AI tool, and we need to identify that the seasonal data or like a non-seasonal data. So we need to understand the specific to this use cases what we are now discussing, and then we need to build that a model, and we need to understand what is that like continuous learning and feedback. That's very important. We should say is a monitoring and refine. So once we put the model in the production, we need to monitor that, and we need to do that. Okay, so that's a main important thing. That way we can do that. Right. So the specific the framework implementation is very important. So we need to identify the data, and we need to understand like a right AI tools like Open ChatGPT, TensorFlow, PyTorch. There are so many things in the market. We can go ahead and go. We can do that, and to train the model with the seasonal data, whether it's the right data for that analysis of analyzing the our seasonal things, and deploying that AI model into the production, monitoring that, and refining that to better performance in future. So that's a very important thing, right? So here for this one, I'm planning to showcase a simple example. So for time consumption, actually, I'm going to use a ChatGPT, but it's not a big deal because if you're building the applications by using that, you can use OpenAI, any other Hugging Face. There are so many uh, OpenAI, OpenAI, other stuffs are available. But with the help of these technologies, like we can implement that. But now I'm planning to show some case, some sample for your reference. Okay, so let me shift my screen. Right. So this is the a simple a big market data, right? It's available commercially, is available like in Kaggle. Even you can download, you can pair on with that. So for this data, I'm going to analyze the performance of the different category of what I mentioned, that outlet type or item type, and specifically I'm playing around with the major things like item outlet sales, comparison studies, everything, and what are the recommendations we can provide. That way I'm doing that. So this is the data set I've already uploaded here. So just I'm showcasing you guys for this simple demo, right? So I'm asking the entire data. Say like asking like analyze the average item underscore outlet sales. I mean the outlet sales specifically across the different outlet type, and identify which outlet type generates the highest sales to identify this one. So based on that, I can go ahead for what type of the outlet I can go ahead in the future. So the outcome, the average item outlet sales account across the outlet, the supermarket type 3 has the highest average sales, and uh, outlet type with the highest average sales is going to be a supermarket type 3 again, right? And then I'm asking, investigating the item weight has any impact on the item outlet sales. The plant actually it's giving us some scatter plot. This is a scatter plot. So this makes that there is a no strong linear relationship between the two variables. I mean, like what are the points we mentioned, that item weight as well as a sales point of view, or item outlet sales. The correlation of the coefficient is close to zero, including the weak relations, so that we don't get any major things, because if you're doing the same kind of exercise in data science and machine learning, but you have to write a lot of code. But when I'm using this one, no code. That's very important thing, right? And I'm asking, investigate whether the item underscore weight has any impact on outlet sales. Plot the relationship of two variables. So that's already we mentioned that. So here the distribution suggestions there is no stronger correlation, and the correlation the approximately is a 0.014, right? So this is a very lowest one. So already we have seen that the graph, the visual representations over here, and then we're moving to the next one. Examining the relationship between outlet establishment of the year, average outlet sales, identify any trend over time. So we are taking like when the outlet is established, and what is the outlet sales. So I'm going to monitor when the specific outlet has been established and how they are performing. So here I'm getting this the outlet established year and the average outlet sales. So it's a quite be like this old data, doesn't matter, but just available data. I'm making this the exercise. So if I look at that, like nearest data is going to be like 2009, but I believe that for the given data set, we don't have much the successful story over here. Okay, the data might be a bit old, something like that. Let's see when I put this one. Look at here. Yeah, the data is like till 2009, but as it's a very low data, because actually sometime the commercially we're not able to get the data. So probably like a market strategy. This is actually is a generated data, so you can assume that this assumption could be like 2019 or like the recent data. For example, you can consider this for example, just what I'm saying. Okay, you can make that way, and I'm doing this. Um, right, assess the whether the item visibility affects the outlet sales. That's very important, because actually how we are analyzing categories the items based on the visibility level, low, medium, high, right? So here um, visibility category like a low, and then medium and high, the outlet sales here the based on the analysis, the item analysis visibility category as their impact on the sales is now available, right? So here we can understand the low visibility is a maximum there, right? And the high visibility is like a low protection, so that we need to understand how we can improve that the visibility level for the product. That's very important thing, right? And create a chart of showing the establishment of the year and the x-axis. See, look at here, there is the chances for there was a chance, there was like in 1985 that store which is started, could be old data, but anyway it will be used for analysis point of view, right? So during this year there was a very low, right? Sometime the data would be like very deep, but after that it got gradually increased. The average item outlet, the sales got increased and point of 1985, because actually we got that the result at the top as well. But at some point of time, like it's gone in very low level. Okay, so that's a very important thing. We need to understand that. Look at here. So during this, yeah, 1998, there was the outlet was very low, so we can understand such a way. But if you are doing all this kind of exercise by using machine learning data science, you have to write a program. But here by using a simple prompt, so we can extract the data easily, so we can understand the analysis very quickly as well. And this one, The box plot for outlet, sales distribution, so margin and everything. So it could be some outliers which is over there, but the potentially the actually the things actually starts from, I would say, since it's like unit 2000, I could say it's 1,000 to 3,500. So that is a bandwidth for this the things. So we can understand with the help of this box plot, right? And this specific chart shows, like, create a bar chart showing the average of the sales. So you can find out, see, look at here, the supermarket type 3 is a maximum, and then type 2 is type 1 is second level, and type 2 is a third level, and glossary stores going to be very low, right? So we can analyze, we can get that result. See, this is giving the detail of how all the things are performed. So this is a sample data. We can play around with that. So what kind of the outlet we can go ahead? What are the categories we can go ahead? What are the what is that, like, I would say, uh, so here, item type. So which items are best performed? So let's try this one. Which item core type perform well? Top top of five I can give. I'm giving. So it seems the code environment has been reset, no longer have access to previously loaded data. Okay, no problem, because actually I loaded before this um, recording. Okay, now you go, man. All right. Oh, because actually it's like in memory, the data will be like available in that, so that so after some time, I'm not getting this output. But if you're building that application, fantastically control. So look at here. Here the starchy food, starch based food average some amount like a 2,374.33, and seafood is going to be second highest, and fruit and vegetable sales going to be like 2,289.01, and household items is pointing the fifth category. So this specific analysis make me understanding, like, all right, so I can go ahead for like this kind of food, I can make that the manufacturing, because the retail the manufacturers, retailers, like they can go ahead for the manufacturers and get that product and bring into the market. They can go ahead for a um, sub contractors, or like they can get out the material, they can go ahead for the market, sell the product eventually. That's a very important thing. So they can quickly analyze the data with the help of this specific Gen AI technology, right? Coming back to my slides, and here the major what are the exercise, actually I've done that, right? I run through the prompt. So by using that, yeah, we can play around this. So for this, so the person supposed to be a SME in that a specific domain, so that they only be able to extract the information, because they have to put a question such a way they can get out the result appropriately. That is a very important thing. So here, after I've done the exercise, then I've asked the questions like, suggest a strategy to improve the item visibility. There a given point is optimizing in-store placement, like a shelf positioning, category wise grouping, and rational placements, and improve the labeling and signage, like clearly labeling the item, and signage for the new or seasonal items, how it will be, and highlight the top selling items, very important. so that the customer can buy the opportunity for buying that item specifically, and promotion to the increasing visibility. There are a lot of deals announcing through the social media, etc., and leveraging the technology in the stores, like kind of a digital display and the QR code and interactive things. Like we can definitely we can do a lot of stuff. And here, what's going to be next? That's going to be a autonomous supply chain management using Gen AI. It's going to be automatic, like a autonomous, like it can be like a quickly getting the data and getting the receiving the order and placing that, receiving into that, and the inventory management, finding that, and then like how the product will manufacturing, how this been dispatching, and how they are like delivering to the customer, all the things we can do. And fully personalized shopping experience with the help of the AI, right? So they can see the items, they can feel the items with the amazing technology like AR, VR, connecting with the Gen AI, that going to different level, so that the AI driven virtual stores and AI AR based shopping experience going to be cracking the market soon, so that I don't want to go into the market. I mean, if I'm very busy, so I cannot go and buy the product in the shop. So I can use the specific the AI driven based virtual stores and enabling with the AR technology, so that I can see that how it's looks, what is the futures, everything I can feel out that, right? So that way going to be enhancing the specific the AI in retail. AI going to be like connecting with the AR and VR and XR as well. It's going to be like a big technologies coming up, so we can go ahead and incorporating like enhancing the business in different dimensions. That's very important. So conclusion, of course, definitely, uh, generative AI is a game changer, not only for the festival season predictions in retail, it's across different domain. By adopting AI technology, the retailer can improve the accuracy and reduce the wastage, and then enhance the customer experience. And there are lists is very long. We can go ahead. They can go ahead on this. And the future AI retail, integrating the AI-driven insight seamlessly into the operations. Excellent. So start your generative AI journey today and adapting the generative AI stuff, so that it will be really help you guys certainly. So and coming to another session. So I believe you all enjoy this the session. So you can reach out me. So my name, I'm Shantava Pandian. I will available in LinkedIn. So if you want to reach out, so you can just search my name, so you can get the details. So we can connect, we can collaborate, we can learn, and we can grow together. Right. So it's a time for sign off. And before that, I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Thank you, guys. Bye.